Alright everybody, welcome to another episode of Selling Cars at Coupe Garage, and today we have something truly special. This particular automobile is unknown to most of you who's gonna watch the video, and to your surprise, this car is done by Isuzu. This was a, so to say, a showcase of the manufacturer. They wanted to do a GT Coupe, touring coupe, and this is a successor of an absolutely beautiful car which was called Isuzu Bellet. This, as well as the Bellet, is done by Italian designer who entered automotive, whose name is in Automotive Hall of Fame, Giugiaro. The guy who did a lot of beautiful cars and some ugly ones as well. But this particular automobile I acquired from a private collector. It's sat in private collection for over 8 years, that particular individual, and this car is in absolutely beautiful condition. There are some imperfections, not many, but considering that this is a 1978 car, this is a solid concourse winner. It's just absolutely beautiful. Let's go ahead and show how nicely paint shines. If we can capture the just the gloss of the hood and the cleanliness of the detail, cleanliness of this plastic piece around, and the mirror itself. Everything is very pretty. And let's go ahead and show the chrome side marker. The side marker, it's nicely trimmed in chrome, and as you can see, inside there is absolutely no residue, nothing. The chrome is an absolutely excellent finish. Everything is very, very nice. There's a little bit of dirt right there, but overall excellent condition. Let's show how it is clean underneath of the bumper. Right there you can see it's absolutely nice and pretty. It's just beautiful. Beautiful. The car is very, very nice. Let's show the condition of the rims. You can see that this is a nice machine finish. Rims have absolutely no scratches on them. This particular, it's a plastic center cap, and it's chrome, so this particular piece on some other wheels is starting to show some wear, but I think only on one or two. I think only on the other side of the front. Let's see the windshield wipers. The windshield wipers are extremely nice, extremely clean. They're brand new, in fact, and the stainless trim inside just shows that this automobile was an expensive automobile initially when it was produced. All the stainless trim around the car, and in fact the rubber, is in very, very, very good condition. And considering that this is 78, it's almost hard to believe, because if you're familiar with the BMW product of the 2000s era, their windshield trim, as well as the windshield, so as the back window, was deteriorating after 10 years of the car. It was just falling apart, and this is 78, and it actually is still soft. That's something very nice. It tells you about the quality of the car. The stainless trim is beautiful condition. It has no scratches on it. It has that slightly brushed / polished finish, and is just very, very good shape all around. One more time, I would like to show you the cleanliness of the car, and as we're going to show you right here, right in between the body and the stainless trim, the line right there, there is absolutely no dirt in there. Just fantastic. Looks beautiful. Looks beautiful. The factory mud flaps, painted the same color. Again, the rims they're perfect. They have no scratches on them whatsoever. Beautiful finish on them. Rides on Bridgestone sneaker tires. They have about, I would say, 90% of the thread left, and they do a really good job. The trim of the car when it comes to the back is absolutely phenomenal. I mean, it almost seems that everything has been replaced on it when it comes to this and the chrome and the rubber, because it's just too good of a shape. Too good of a shape. It really is beautiful. The chrome of the back bumper is solid 9.5 out of 10, and 10 being absolutely factory brand new. It barely have any micro scratches. Barely any micro scratches. I'm not even talking about the scratches in general. The rear piece between the lights and the lights itself, everything is in just beautiful, excellent condition. Fantastic, beautiful. And one more time, this car is a real head turner, and I have, I'm actually tired of people stopping by and asking me questions all the time about what kind of car it is and things like that. Let's show you some imperfections when it comes to the back of the trunk. There is a little stone chip right there by stainless trim, that little stone chip, and there is one more little chip right there, right next to the trim. It can be touched up, but that's up for the new owner to decide what they're going to do with those things. And as we come to the side of the car, again, all the rubber is in very good condition, still nice and soft. Stainless trim is beautiful, and it's just fantastic, phenomenal. The car is in really good shape, good looking car. I had some people telling me that it looks like an exotic of the Italian made, but it kind of gives you that Italian design, the forms of the car. You can definitely see that this is not done by a German manufacturer, or in fact Japanese design, because it just looks too Italian. So this is going to continue. We're going to continue with the walk around, and I don't remember any other imperfections on this side. So what we're going to do is well, there we go. We can show this wheel right here, and as you can see, the chrome plastic cups has a little bit of pitting on it. Not as much or nothing major. Just 1978 is giving up some age. All right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and open the door of the car and show you the interior of the car. Inside, the door jambs is very nice and clean. Factory stickers are still present with the tire sizes and the pressure. Just beautiful. Everything is very nice. The door panels inside are in brand new condition. Everything works. Windows go down very smoothly. Absolutely no pressure. Just very nice, smooth and light operation. Then this stainless trim right here is in very good condition, just nice and clean. The dash is in very good shape. The seats, when you touch the seats, the velour just kind of follows the hand. It's very nice to see that the original interior of 1978 is preserved in such a good condition. The dash is untouched, does not have any cracks on them, and that alone is extremely hard to find when it comes to the Isuzu 117 Coupe. So now we're going to go ahead and show you the back seat of the vehicle. And again, in the back, everything is absolutely intact. The vinyl is very nice and soft. It's just beautiful, and velour is amazing. It's perfect. The back, I'm not sure how many people ever sat in there, but it just looks perfect. Everything is extremely immaculate. The hood liner is extremely original, very nice, untouched, very clean. No stains, no tears, no rips on it. Just very nice condition. So all right, now we're going to go ahead and show you the engine. So the engine opens very easily. There's a lever, you just pull it back and there's a nice distinctive click to it. So it clicks open and it has two latches, one on the left, one on the right. Alright, so here comes the engine bay. Everything is extremely clean for 1978. It's immaculate condition. Air conditioning works well. All the vacuum hose lines were checked. New wires, new spark plugs, new fuel pump, new oil filter, new air filter, new gas filter, new antifreeze. Everything is perfect about this car. New battery and air conditioning blows cold. When I initially acquired the automobile, because it's set for such a long time, it did not want to run proper, you know, it would misfire and just would not run, but I've been having it about over a year and I would drive it occasionally here and there, but it took about 3 to 4 tanks of gas after all the maintenance for this engine to come alive. And even still, when you crank up the motor on the cold until it warms up for at least 5 minutes, it still has a very slight hesitation when you go on the throttle, but it would idle fine. So we're going to go ahead and crank it up now. As you can see, on idle it runs really good, and I'm going to go ahead and turn the air conditioning on so you can see that the air conditioning works and the compressor clutch is in perfect. Air conditioning indeed is cold, and you really do not get hot driving this automobile. However, that compressor is so massive, it probably takes about 20 horsepower out of this 110 horsepower 4-banger. You can really feel it, you know, when you're driving with AC. It does not really want to rev up past 5,000 RPM. But you don't really need to. This engine produces decent amount of torque, between 25 and 4,500 RPM, and that's where you really want to keep this engine. You know, this is not a high performance engine, this is just a cruise along type of a motor. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the air conditioning off. And now we're going to go ahead and rev up the motor. You can see a little bit of hesitation, but again, it's just because the engine is cold. Once it slightly warms up, it becomes fully operational and runs really good. I think it has to do something with injectors, maybe with the coil, you know. The coil has never been changed, it's original coil. In fact, when I acquired this automobile, it had original spark plug wires, and they are included in the sale. It says right on them they're made in 1978. But initially, when the engine warms up, it becomes very nice, and you know, it responds to the throttle very nicely. As I was told by some automotive enthusiasts, that this is most you're gonna get out of this motor, but I think there is a little bit more of fine-tuning it. As you can see, the stickers are extremely nice, they're extremely original, and they're in absolutely mint condition. It tells you 6 degrees at 900 RPM before dead center, and it tells you every 5,000 kilometers you need to change the oil. I'm going to go ahead and shut the motor off right now so we can so the camera can record the video and a little bit better, less noise. So now we're going to go ahead and show you the trunk of this car. And yes, it is electric. So you open it up, and what you're going to find is extremely clean, very nice, good looking, pristine trunk. The jack is present, as well as the tools, as you're going to see in the pictures. And here are the spark plug wires I was talking about. Right on them it says 1978 Sumitomo. So I didn't want to really throw them away. Kind of leave it for next owner to have, and just something like this is kind of an unobtainium when it comes to this type of cars, but it's very nice to have those original wires that actually came with Japan. The tire is right there, and it is in that plastic cover. It still have that white residue from the factory. However, it's been previously used, and it has this nice 117 Isuzu logo on it. Just overall very, very clean condition, beautiful carpet, preserved extremely well for 1978 original carpet. That's just something very nice and beautiful. Overall, the trunk is clean on all the edges. Just beautiful. Latch is still zinc plated underneath. The trunk is very nice, as you will see on the pictures. Just very, very nice. Has that nice solid closure to it. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and show you that all the lights of this automobile work, front and back, and after that we're going to go ahead and perform a test drive. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and perform a test drive, which would consist from a drive off, a drive by, and a brake check. Let's go! First thing you do when you drive this, you open the window, if the weather is permitting. Overnight now. Alright, so as you can see, I wouldn't call it exactly slow. Yeah, it's 1978 single overhead 4-banger, but it's got a little bit of torque out of those 2 liters, and as you can see, clutch and the brakes do work very well. In fact, brakes work pretty good. They do not pull, they do not shake, they do not pulse, none of that. Clutch is very nice, no chatter in it. Overall condition of the car is absolutely beautiful. It's extremely nice. You'll be hard-pressed to find this 117 Coupe anywhere in the world in this condition. You can take this car directly to a show and take the first place with it. So here we're not just selling you a 117, we're selling you a 117 show winner. And this is going to conclude our test drive. And now we're going to proceed with the test drive on the street. So hang tight. Alright. Let's buckle up. Air conditioning is already running. And now let's talk a little bit about the interior. Everything works, all the gauges work, oil pressure, amp, water, fuel, clock, the tach, speedo, all the lights work on the dash. I'm not sure if you can see them or not, but they're actually nice and green, kind of bright at night. The brake is right here, or a handbrake. The only imperfection when it comes to the interior, at some point of time, a little angle of the ashtray was chipped, but for those of you who know how to mold and know people how to mold, That's not a problem, and you can remold the whole front fascia of this ashtray. It's just the guy that I know does only carbon fiber and charges quite a lot for that, so I'm just gonna keep it, leave it for the next owner to decide what to do. But radio works nicely. It's an FM, and
I think it's
there we go. We tuned up. And look what I got right there, a cassette. And the whoever the singer is, that's a Jap girl singing in English, and I really like that. Been listening to this cassette for about a year now or so. Very 80s, or even 70s, probably say 80s. Alright, so now we're gonna take off, since we're kind of covered everything, any imperfections on the interior, aside from this ashtray, either are not any or not worth mentioning. The centerpiece is nice and leather. It's not vinyl or any of that nature. The steering wheel is not wooden. It does look wooden, but I do not think it's wooden. This piece is wood, as well as the shift knob. So we're going to go ahead and take off right now. Let's turn it on. Come on. And one more time. This is not a sports car. Initially, it was never designed to be a sports car. It's a cruising GT Coupe, so to say. But decent pull from about 2,500 RPM, and it kind of stays there. You know, it wants to stay there. The engine car rides very soft, kind of corners softly, but it's nice, you know. It's nice. That's 5,500 RPM, and that's 60 miles an hour. Not bad for 78. Let's say if you take most of the European cars, they've probably been left in the back in the dust right now. You know, 78 ovals and all those little crappy cars that they used to make, Peugeot, Renault, even the smaller displacement BMWs and Mercs. But the steering is kind of numb. But it's just the way this thing is, you know. But however, the shifting is very nice. In typical Japanese fashion, it shifts extremely nice and well. And now we got some traffic on the left. You can listen to that awesome Japanese music. The air conditioning off right now because we're going to take off, and for that we need all those 110 horsepower, 110 ponies. And this might be a good time. Not really. Shifts extremely nice, very smooth actually. This car was never meant to be driven hard. It's just not something that you would. What you would do is you would turn that air conditioning on and just cruise along. And indeed, it rides very softly. The suspension tuning on this is very soft, something similar of the American cars of the era. You know, let's be honest. The cornering abilities and sporty handling, things like that do not exist when it comes to 117. But it's very nice to drive it anyway. You know, it's a totally different cruise, and that's exactly what it is. It's not a sport. It's not a sprint. The up front are kind of take a minute to get used to, but once you get used to, they're really neat, man. You can really see them, and you don't have to glance on the side. You kind of observe the whole picture right there, and you know, it's kind of neat. I really like the way they look over there. It kind of takes a minute to figure them out. Go back and forth 20 times, but once you set them perfect, they're very user-friendly up there. And again, the radio works, cassette works. The cassette tape I had to rebuild via professional services here in Orlando, and it did not work initially when I bought it. The deck right here is made by Clarion, and the speakers in the back are made by Pioneer. They're TSX9. They're not original speakers, but they do look really, really good. The way they look in the back just gives that classic aftermarket hi-fi charm of the late 70s, you know, and I really dig that. They actually look a lot better than whatever was there in the back. They're probably just covered by a black cover, but those TSX9s, they're really, really nice. So air conditioning works good. It's on a 3rd speed. There are 4 speeds, so we're on 3rd speed because we don't want to get too cold. Everything is nice, neat, clean, not broken. And again, I've been looking for this car for quite a long time. You know, it took me a while to find it, and once I found it, I immediately bought it. It's just a nice, neat car. And the most important factor of me when I was searching for this car was the condition of it. And I got lucky that I found this car. And whoever's going to buy it as well is going to be a lucky guy, you know, especially if he's an Isuzu enthusiast. Something like this is something that you're going to see on the poster of a magazine, if so, but not really on the street. I mean, this is pure Anapania right here. And it rides really, really well. Rides really well. You know, it'll keep up with modern traffic, let's put it that way. And again, in the transmission, we run Lucas 7590. Rear end is a Lucas 7590 as well. Oil is new. So, rides really, really good. But steering is pretty numb in this car. The steering is numb, you know. But you don't really buy this car for its steering abilities. You just buy because it's a beautiful piece of automotive history, you know, that only available, rarely available at all. You know, that's why you buy this car. And of course, it's styled by Giugiaro, and he did a great job. Absolutely beautiful, fastback coupe look, just gorgeous. And everything works. Tach works, speedo works, all the lights work. So interiors, one more time, very nice and clean. Those things work fine. You click on door, they work fine. Around the rear view mirror, there's a little bit of some kind of dirt accumulating right around it. It's behind the glass, but something like that, you know, unless you cut a new glass for it, you won't be able to clean or to do anything with it. And what else we can talk about? Carpet is in excellent condition, excellent, very nice, good looking carpet. Center console is not broken, the latch is there, you can hear it's nicely latching, so everything is solid, the whole thing is very nice and solid. And one more time we can it has auto reverse. There you go, some music right there. These things work perfectly. You can swing it out. No hassle at all, so is that one. Mileage is very nice. I mean, it comes out to be 72 kilos, comes out to be about 45,000 miles, and that's verified proof of mileage, and I have documentation to prove that. So 45,000 miles for 1978. That means it's never been driven really. Only on occasion. 60 to 70 miles an hour is its best territory. On the cars that I grew up, that was a top speed. So cruising at 60 and 70 and 78, when it comes, you know, we're not talking about some big American muscle, we're talking about, you know, four banger of the 78. So let's say a cruising speed for a Fiat in 78, you know, was 50 kilometers an hour. And cruising speed for this one is 100 kilometers an hour, which is about 60 miles an hour. So that's twice as much of a cruising speed. And we're gonna go ahead and make a left turn right into our layer. Air conditioning, it's nice when something like this, you know, when the car in this condition and this age and shape has a factory working air conditioning. That tells you a lot about the quality. You know, I collect Mercedes-Benz, and those suckers never have AC running when you buy them. You know, you always have to fix them. Always. And this one's just boom, you know, 78, no problem. Leaks? What leaks? 78, no problem. Engine doesn't seep, doesn't sweat, doesn't leak in from any hole. 1978, you know, that's some good quality we're talking about. And, you know, in my opinion, however, I'm a German car guy. In my opinion, the Japanese quality was, I would say, a little bit better when it comes to materials. Yeah, 1978, working air conditioning. It's amazing. Alright, so this is going to conclude our test drive. I hope you really enjoyed the video, because I really like this car, and most of the times I sell cars as is to our customers or customer database that was acquired over the years. But something like this, when something special comes in, I take on a project and I make sure it's very nice, and hopefully the new owner who's going to get this car is going to be a big enthusiast such as I am, and he's going to appreciate this car as much as I do. And one more time, it's a show winner. So this is going to conclude our test drive, and all this car needs is a new proud owner.